Folks, what I'm sharing with you today is not a reenactment. The person speaking is not a paid spokesperson for stealthrating.com. He's a real high school football coach with a real program at a real high school in Southern California where real good football is played. He has coached some great players. He coaches a lot of good players. He's coached at some of the more traditionally successful high schools in all of Southern California. He's one of your peers. So when he talks about his experience, specifically with the stealth rated system, and then also other rating systems in general, it really should resonate with you. So I'm excited to bring this to you. I've been saying it for the last, 3 months. And sometimes I wonder, is this thing on? Is this thing really on? So listen in to Mark Verti, head football coach at Rancho Cucamonga High School.
Right? We always wonder about how some guys are a 3-star or 4-star when we think a guy on our team is just as good or not better, right? Like, how did that guy get? So, like, doing the stealth process, just being able to put in like their academics, how the teachers see them, how their work ethic in the weight room, how their work ethic is at practice. Like, I don't see how they know that, right? Like, they're just going off whatever they go off. Like, I don't see how they know that, right? Like, they're just going off whatever they go off. So, like, doing the stealth process, just being able to put in like their academics, how the teachers see them, how their work ethic in the weight room, how their work ethic is at practice. But stealth was nice to get my input in it a little bit, right? And we talk to college coaches, like we talk to those every spring and summer and fall with college coaches. So we try to do that, and hopefully they're listening to what we're saying. But in stealth, the rating system, the star system, goes a lot off what I think the coaches are putting in, which is good to see.
That was 43 seconds of what was a very powerful message about the value of stealth for a current high school football coach. And what I'm going to ask you to do now is pay attention to the bottom of the screen where you yourself can go in as a high school coach and register to be able to assess each and every one of your players. I've got news for you. It doesn't cost a dime to do this. There's no cost or fee involved for you as a high school or as a high school coach. There's no cost or fee involved for the players or the parents. It is a very important process that can take place by simply registering, as you see at the bottom of the screen, stealthrating.com/register. That's it. That gets you started. That'll get you a username and a password, and you will have created a dashboard where you, and I hope you heard Coach Verti, as he said, it gives him the opportunity to get involved and be involved in the process. That's something that doesn't happen necessarily with other rating systems. I got a little bit more news for you. The only cost involved is time. And guess what? We are still in the middle of a worldwide pandemic. And so, unfortunately, football is not yet ready to go. We still have time. I know it's not the kind of time we'd like to be spending because we'd like to be back on the field. We'd all like to be back watching football, coaching football. I know that. But while that's not happening, this is an opportunity to be proactive and use a system that takes into account the values, the very values that college coaches are looking for. It's not coming from me. It's not coming from another high school coach. The research was done. The values in this system take account for what college coaches want to see in the kids that they're bringing to their campuses. College coaches and college decision makers. Okay, I'm emphatic about this because I want you to know where the sources come from. How in the world can any other rating system out there that relies on nothing other than film, how can they get their ratings? How can they come up with a list of the top 10 players in the country, let alone the top 25 or top 100? They really can't if all they're doing is using film. Okay? So this does not just account for the player's film and performance. It goes deeper than that. Real values put forth by real college coaches doing the recruiting of these athletes. So I encourage you, take the time, be proactive, go in, register. That gets you started. You'll see a really well-defined dashboard once you're approved. It doesn't take anything to be approved, and you can start the process just like Coach Verti said. So take into account, go now, stealthrating.com/register. You can even do this. You can put your athletes and get them started on the process. And then once you're registered, you'll see those athletes pop up on your dashboard. To get your athletes started, and they just simply put in background information, and then you go in and verify all the things that they say that they do. The athlete goes to stealthrating.com/get-rated. That's all they do. You send them to that site and they can get started. You can follow up. You'll see them pop up on your dashboard and you finish and verify their information. And away you go. So I encourage you, and maybe even I implore you, to take advantage of the time, be proactive. All right, your players will thank you for it. And then there'll be many things that come from that that you'll see will flourish once you get involved. I'm David Hill, and I approve this message.